Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Last summer, sometime in like August or so, I picked up a call for British American tobacco, excuse me, for $45. And I'm trying to figure out what to do with it today. And I'm curious what others think I should do because I'm getting a bit greedy. I am up. As usual, I bought just one because I'm such a wuss. But I picked it up here. It looks like I picked it up in August. Okay, early August. And I remember I was in Kazakhstan or something. I was walking along the river. Thank God for for the internet. Anyway, rambling. And so I'm up like 355% as of today. I mean, really, that's pretty decent. Um, but I'm just getting greedy. I still have another 8 months on this leap, right? Because it expires in January 2026. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do. The smart thing to do would be to sell it at some point. Maybe hold on to it to earnings. Earnings is going to be on May 5th. This is what happened last earnings, right? It rocketed in anticipation. It hasn't rocketed, obviously. The options became worth a lot. I mean, the options were worth, uh, hold on. Back in February, somewhere around here. Now, Robinhood's not perfect. These charts are not perfect, so it's not going to show you the top. But it was around the same as it is here. It's actually a little bit higher now. And it didn't sell. It actually was stupid. I didn't pay attention to earnings. I didn't know what was going on exactly. I just kind of let it ride. I was like, I got time, and they just crashed. And if I was smart about it, I would have sold into earnings and would have, if it rocketed higher, I would have missed out. But volatility is highest right before earnings, so that would have been the best way to maximize the money. So maybe one option for me would be just to hold on for a couple more weeks. Though this tariff stuff could really it could be good news or bad. It's just so unstable right now. Or take the profit right now. But if you look at RSI, it's not like it's overbought. Overbought's up here. It got really overbought right before earnings last time. Um, Philip Morris, the international, comes out with earnings tomorrow, and that could have some sort of a sympathy effect, I guess, up or down. Um, but I'm just greedy. I just regret not having more than one. If I had two, like I usually do, then I would have like sold one by now. Would have been out of it entirely. Just had one and just let it ride. Up if it does well, great. If not, okay, I'm break even. It's always kind of my approach. But I was too cheap to spend another $45 because I don't trust anything. So I dropped an anchored VWAP here at the peak, and the price is obviously way above it. Support's here at 40, so it could drop like 10%. It could probably, if I had a problem, it could bounce off of that. So at a minimum, that's probably like the worst it could get. And so I'm just wondering, one option is I mean, here's what I could do. I'm using Legend right now. And Legend isn't that great. I'm on Webull. I'm doing another project called a better dividend mousetrap. Hopefully that will be of interest to some of you. And Webull, so it's superior, I think, in terms of just usefulness. But the other option, though, what I could do is I could maybe sell a call, sort of like a poor man's covered call. Now, usually with a poor man's covered call, you want a higher delta, meaning that you're buying the long call at a price lower than the strike. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, Robin Legend's just crap because you can't even check the delta. Hold on, maybe let me add a widget. Yeah, it's just horseshit. All right, so I had to go back to Robinhood to look. So here would be an example of a poor man's call that's probably a little bit more textbook. This is the January 16, 2026, 40C. It's a delta of 81, right around, so you'd buy that. You'd buy it for 460 or something like that. And then you would just start selling. Hold on. You just start selling something, maybe, maybe you sell 45 calls. They're like, all right, well, here, look at, let's say sold to 44. You collect 50 bucks. You got 8 months, right? You got 8 months of collecting this money. So let's just say you do the same. So you collect like $400. You'd be about 50 bucks into it at the end, but then hopefully along the way, the stock continues to rise. You've got the inherent value, in the cash, in the money part of it, right? The intrinsic, I think that's what it's called, where it's your strike is at 40, stock's at 45. You have money in there, real money in there, plus you're selling options on it. Me, being the greedy little bastard that I am, but also gutless at the same time because I hate losing money. My 45 leap is got a bad delta. It's also above the current share price. And so it's not really ideal to do a poor man's covered call. So I'm just curious what you would do. I mean, I think I can wait 2 weeks, hope for a Trump bump, some sort of a tariff news event, hope for increasing volatility, and then maybe at that point, uh, sell a call then, because there's always some sort of a IV crush that occurs after earnings. Um, so I don't know. I mean, the other option, some people would, and this is too painful for me. You could sell and buy back these calls regularly, but the problem with BTI is that the bid ask is usually in $5 increments. It's not like SPY or something like that where it's like a dollar or two and you can therefore trade them more effectively. With this, if I sell for a 25, it's got to drop down to at least 15, 20. It's got to drop a bit because the bid ask is so, it's got to drop 10 bucks for me to make 5 bucks is kind of what I'm feeling because the bid ask is so wide. So anyway, all right, this video is longer than expected as usual. But once again, not financial advice, just for entertainment purposes only. But I would love your thoughts on how to handle this, only because I want to stay in it. I want to see how it works out. I want to see how far BTI goes. I do have a few shares because I collect dividend income, but I'm not selling those. And then it's just this because I'm just curious what some people who are more experienced would do, or just take the 350% profit and be happy with that, which for some reason I can't. All right. Thanks a lot.